for the next one, we're gonna make chocolate ball or bola bola chocolate, and you just need 3 ingredients, which is the Maria biscuit. You can get this at Superstore or at dollar stores, and in Indonesia it's really famous as well. You can buy the Mari Regals brand. And the second item that you will need is this masses, the chocolate sprinkles from Indonesia, and you just need condensed milk. It's really easy. So I also prepared this and this to beat up all the Maria biscuit. So we just put it on large Ziploc bag and we're just gonna beat it up with this.
It does not work.
Does not work? Yeah. Does it work?
Yep, it is one.
Yeah.
And then Brandon is just helping me to roll it so it can make like a small crumbs.
It's small.
So Brandon loves doing this part. He loves to mix all the dough, or he like to make like the crumbs. So he beat it up and we help him as well at the end, and so the crumbs can be like finer, and then we just use glove, or you can use Ziploc as well to combine the condensed milk. So it's getting stickier and stickier, and so we're just making like a small ball.
Is it too small?
Yes.
Bigger?
No.
After the dough becomes stickier, you can make like a small bowl, and Brandon loves to eat it like that compared to like dip it in chocolate or something. So you can use like a melted margarine to dip it into the sprinkles.
Not me. Not me.
So he's eating it already. Is it delicious? Again, so you can use like melted margarine, so you can make the dough to stick into the chocolate sprinkles. But at the end, we didn't use that. We used the melted baking chocolate chips, and we dip it in the dough on there, and then we dip it to the sprinkles. So we try using like 3 ingredients only. It doesn't work. Somehow it doesn't want to stick on the bowl. Even though we use a little bit more of condensed milk, it doesn't want to stick. So I just melted like semi-sweet baking chocolate chips and then dip it inside, and then use this one. So after I dip this one, dip it there, and then use like cake pop sticks, and it looks like this. And I'm just gonna put it on the fridge. So even though it looks really simple and it looks really ugly, but Brandon loves it. He keeps eating it even though I haven't dipped it into chocolate chips, so he loves these desserts. So after I put it on the fridge about 1 hour, it's done. And I really love this one because I use this semi-sweet baking chocolate chips. It's not too sweet, and combined with the chocolate sprinkles, it's not too sweet, so I really love it. But when I asked Brandon, he actually loved the ugly one before, the one that without the chocolate dip and without the anything, so it's kind of strange. So it looks ugly, but he loved that one better. Brandon, you like this one better or tadi punya?
Yes, Daddy.
And tadi, yeah. So today I'm gonna make Nutella avocado. So you're gonna need Nutella, and you're gonna need 1 avocado, and you can like just crush it with a spoon in a big bowl, or you can use like a small blender. And I just like to use this, I usually use this for like to chop garlic or onion or ginger, and you can just pull it off. You can use anything. So Brandon really loved this one, but of course I don't give this every day because even though avocado is a good fat and it's healthy, it's still using like Nutella. So just cut it in half. And I'm just gonna use like 1 big spoon of this.
Sometimes I think about the good days we had.
Voila! It looks really yucky, but it's actually really yummy. So today I'm going to make this super moist devil's food from Betty Crocker. So it's really easy to find cake mix right now, but it's really hard to get the all-purpose flour. So I thought if you need some ideas and if you don't have any much baking experience like me, so you can start with this first. For this one, it's really easy. So you just need 1 1/4 of like water or milk. I'm just gonna use water because I'm out of milk, and half cup of vegetable oil and 3 eggs. And I also have the icing just in case I need it. So this is the icing. I got the creamy one, but I'm not gonna use it today. I think it really depends. You can also add like baking chocolate chips. Like I have the milk chocolate chips, semi-sweet chocolate chip. I'm gonna make like using this one as the muffin tin. I also gonna use this one and just gonna cover it with parchment paper. And it says to bake it for, I'm gonna preheat my oven, so it's about 325. So Brandon is helping me to stir all the dough. He loves this part and it's really easy too. You don't need to use the automatic hand mixer, you can just use this. So instead of using the whole box, I just use 1/3 of the cake mix box, and I just use 1 egg instead of 3 eggs. And for the water and the oil as well, so I reduce it to 1/3 only. I just want to try whether it's good or not first, and then if it's good, I'm gonna make some again tomorrow. So about 1/3 of the cake mix can make about 6 big muffin, and then about 3 I ate one already. And I tried already, it's pretty good, and Brennan tried as well, he likes it. And this one is really good because it's like fail proof, because I'm not really good at baking, and he can help with mixing the cake mix with the water and oil and egg as well. I just used my manual whisker. I have my hand mixer as well, but I didn't use that. I'm too lazy to wash that one. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's really easy. You can just mix it together, and basically you can just follow all the instructions here, and then all the durations are put there as well. It depends on what container that you use. I think there's a lot of like recipe as well that you can check on the website, where you can make cookies as well with this. So for the first try, I didn't use like any baking chocolate chips, but the next day I used like a baking chocolate chips. It tastes really good, and I'm gonna show you next. And it's just like a chocolate lava cake. Because yesterday I made about 1/3 of the cake mix, and he loves it. He eats so much, so it's all done now. So today he's going to help me to make another batch. So I'm just gonna put it here, and I'm gonna put some baking chocolate chips, and this guy is going to help me mixing the cake mix and the water and egg and oil. So he's helping me mixing the cake mix, the water, the oil, and the egg. He's doing a really good job. Are you happy? Thank you for helping mommy. Like that. Remember, from the side to the middle. From the side to the middle. So I have added the batter here on the muffin tin, and also here on the cupcakes holders. I also add a little bit of like baking chocolate chips, like the milk chocolate one. So I'm gonna see the results, so hopefully it's good. So this guy has been helping me, so he's doing a good job. And we spend time about like 50 minutes, half an hour, so it's just like some quiet time as well. And he can also eat this as a snack. And again, it's from this cake mix. Is the Betty Crocker one, is devil's food flavor.
I want to see. I want it.
So it's all done now. I've checked it with my toothpick already, and it looks like this. So it's all done now after about 19 minutes. So it's all done. So it looks better than yesterday because I put more on here, and this one is still good, but that one I put too little. So it's all done. Brendan is really excited to try this muffin. So I'm gonna try whether it tastes better, because I'm gonna put because I put the baking chocolate chips yesterday. I didn't put any. So next time I'm gonna try to make cookies as well with this cake mix. So for this time I used 2 kind of cupcakes holder, and this one. So this one tastes okay. It's good, better than the first one, but I like to use this one. It tastes like chocolate lava cake, and the chocolate inside is melted. So for this one you will need cocoa powder, and then whipped cream, and then heavy cream, and also vanilla extract and sugar. So for the chocolate mousse, the ingredients looks really easy, but you need to be careful because you cannot like underbeat it or like overbeat it. I tried the second try, I overbeat it, so it become like a butter and it tastes really yucky. So don't overbeat it. So you need to be really, really careful. So it's all done now. It looks like this. So I tried to use the manual hand mixer. It doesn't work, so you have to use like the automatic hand mixer. So voila, it's the chocolate mousse. It's really easy to make as long as you have the automatic hand mixers. And I just add like some baking chocolate chips on top of it, and it is so yummy. Another favorite to do with a toddler, you can also try to make pancake with pancake mix. So it's really easy. So usually for the old one, I have this pancake mix. It's called buttermilk from Angie Lowis, and you just need to add milk and egg. So I have my milk here and my egg here. So it's really easy. You only need to add 1 cup of milk and 1 egg, and then also 1¼ of this pancake mix. But somehow yesterday I bought this one. The new one for this one is complete, so you just need to add water. So it really depends on what you buy. So this one you just need to add water, and you just need to add the pancake mix. But I think for toddler it's more fun if they can mix up the milk and the egg. So I'm gonna do that with Brandon right now. So for this particular cake mix, you need to mix it with milk and egg. And for the other kind, the complete one, you just need to add water. But for this one, I think it tastes better, the one that you can add milk and eggs. And Brandon can help me mix it up as well. So it's just like another activity for Brandon. And Brandon loves pancake. He can eat about 2 or 4 like medium pancakes in the morning. So I like to make it fresh instead of put it on the freezer. But you can always like make ahead of time, like put it on the freezer, and you can just heat it up on the microwave. So it looks like this after you mix it up with maple syrups. It tastes really yummy. And this is the one that I talk about. There's a pro. You just need to add water. You don't need to add milk or eggs. But it's so much more convenient. But there's also a con about this one, because the other one Brandon loves it as well, because he can help me to mix it up. So I mixed the pancake mix on the mixing bowl. So you need to add 200 ml of milk, or 1 cup of milk, and then 1 large egg, 300 ml of the pancake mix, or 1¼ of the pancake mix. And after I mix it up, I just divide it into 3 bowls. So we're gonna make blue pancake and red pancake, or pink pancake and green pancake, and then we separate into the 3 bowls, and we're just gonna cook it at the pan. So I'm just using this food coloring. So we got the pink one here, and the blue one here, and the green one here. And so your son or your daughter can help you to mix it up. So it's just like something to do for them. So voila, it doesn't look pretty, but at least it's something for your kids to do. Like, so just remember to use like a really low heat, so you can achieve the red looks and the blue looks and the green. I don't really like the green one, so next time I think I'm gonna use other colors. So it looks like an egg instead of like a pancake. So this is my rainbow pancake. So at least this is something that you can do with your kids or toddlers, so they can mix it up, all the colors, and they can eat it as well for their lunch or snacks or breakfast. So for the next one, you can cook this as a breakfast, or you can cook this as a snack when they're hungry around 3 or 3:30. And Brandon usually loves this one as a snack. You can always make a grilled cheese, but somehow he loves this one. So you will need a bread, you will need a butter, half cheese, and for me, I like to use the Indonesian sprinkles method. And if you don't have that, you can also use this Nutella. And yeah, I'm just gonna turn on the stove. I use these small pans usually to make 2 breads. So Brandon really loves these chocolate cheese sandwiches, or we call it ropang, roti panggang in Indonesia. And I don't know, I haven't thought about this before, because it's really common to eat grilled cheese here in Canada. Yeah, so suddenly I thought about it, and Brandon loved this one for his breakfast or snack time. And so I just like to add this on my videos, so just in case you're looking for something new instead of like French toast or grilled cheese, this can be your other options as well for your child's breakfast and snacks. So what I did, I just put like all the macarons on a pan and put 1 bread at the bottom of the pan. I will add the cheese, I will add the chocolate sprinkle, or if you don't have it, you can use Nutella. And then after it is a little bit brownish, you think, and then you can just add another bread on top and flip it over. You can always use like a frozen bread or like the fresh bread. So it looks like this, and then so there's a cheese, and then you're gonna put the sprinkles on top of it. So it's gonna look like this. You want to make sure that the cheese is a little bit melted. You're gonna put this on medium heat. Next, you're gonna put another bread on top and just flip it over. Sometimes if I'm not lazy, I always like to ask Brandon for help to grab all the ingredients from the fridge. So when you flip it over, make sure that it's a little bit brownish on the side. It tastes really yummy. It's really famous in Indonesia to cook it like this with the butter and the cheese and the chocolate sprinkle. And Brandon obsessed with this one. So right now we're gonna try to make no bake Oreo cheesecake. It has a good review and it's the no bake, so I thought it's gonna be like more simple, and I asked my husband to help so we can have some quality time as well. So we're just gonna try it out. Here I have my parchment paper, I have the cup to measure it, I have like the measuring spoon, I have 2 packs of Oreo. I'm not sure how many do I need. I'm gonna attach the recipe below. I also have this thing. I don't have the pan for the like a cheesecake, but I have this one, and the recipe said I can use this one, but I just need to cut half of the recipe for the filling. And I also have this butter, I also have cream cheese and whipped cream and vanilla extract and also sugar. So I forgot, I actually have the real butter, so I bought the real unsalted butter instead of the margarine. So we're just gonna use this instead. On the recipe it says we're gonna need to use 24, but we're just gonna try to use about 22. So I put all the Oreos on the large Ziploc bag, and we're just gonna beat it up so it's gonna be like a softer crumbs. And also later on we will also put it on the magic blender to make it finer, and it really works. So I don't want to put it right away on my blender because I don't want to damage my blender. But yeah, just put it on Ziploc bag, try to beat it first, and then you can use like a blender to help make it finer. After that, I'm just gonna transfer it to like a large mixing bowl. We're just gonna melt the butter and we're gonna mix it. So I'm just gonna mix the melted margarine or the melted butter with the Oreo, and I'm just gonna put it on the pan, so it's gonna be like the base of the Oreo cheesecake. And this part is really easy. I just like keep pressing the dough or the cookie crumbs down until it's like hard like this. So right now we are beating the cream cheese, but somehow it's stuck on the mixer. We are like amateur in this stuff, so we're still learning. And after that we're gonna mix the vanilla extract and the sugar. So it's really interesting, as we mentioned that we are pretty new with this. So after we beat the cream cheese with the vanilla extracts and the sugar, somehow the texture is different now. It's not that stuck anymore. So basically you need 2 mixing bowl for this one. I'm gonna put like the recipe on the description box below, but one bowl is for the cream cheese and the other one is for the whipping cream, and you will keep whipping it and then you will combine it to one mixing bowl later on. So after you mix the Oreo, it looks like this, and we're just gonna combine it. So basically you will combine one bowl to the other bowl, which is the cream cheese and the whipping cream, and then you will add like some chopped Oreo as well. It's really optional, but we add them and it tastes really yummy. And after that you will just put it on the fridge overnight, but I find that it tastes better when I put it like for 2 days instead of like one night only. It tastes like cheesecake instead of like ice cream. So you will need 3 medium ripe banana, about a 1/4 cup of maple syrup, and also 2 cups of oatmeal and 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 2 eggs. And if you want, you can add like chocolate chip, or I can add these sprinkles that I got from Indonesia, and just a little bit. So I'm gonna heat up my oven to 350 degrees, and after you preheat, after it's done, you will bake it about 35 minutes. So the recipe says you can bake between 30 to 40 minutes, but I think I tried yesterday, 35 minutes I think works the best for me. And you're gonna try with a toothpick and whether it's good or not. So let's begin. You can use like the regular baking pan. I don't have that, so I'm just gonna use whatever I have. So I have this glass container that you can put at the oven. I don't have any cooking spray as well, so I'm gonna use this parchment paper. One teaspoon of baking soda. Can you help mommy mix, Santi?
Yeah.
One cup. 2 cups of oatmeal. Pelan-pelan ya sayang. 2 eggs.
What egg?
2 eggs.
I'm hungry. Mommy.
Yeah, nanti we gonna eat rice.
No,
And then a 1/4 cup of the maple syrup. Junjun mix it ya, nih agak jorok jadi hati-hati.
I want.
Nih, Junjun mix it.
It's good and delicious. I want to mix with that one.
Iya, nanti have to wait. Nanti mommy show you how to use it.
What's that?
And then 3 bananas, 3 ripe bananas. Yeah, mix it together. So it's kind of messy when I use a hand mixer, so it's better to use a blender if you have it, or like if you really have like a really big bowl, but I only have this one, so it's better to use a blender. If you have a big blender, you can throw all the ingredients inside the big blender, but for the magic wheel it's kind of smaller and it doesn't fit all the ingredients, so I would suggest that you use a blender instead of a hand mixers, so it's so much faster and the consistency I think is better. And because my magic bullet is really small, so I put the batter into 2 cups and then blend it one by one, and then yeah, it looks like this. I'm gonna put the second one on this plate here. So the batter is done. It looks like this because I put a little bit of like chocolate sprinkles, and it's gonna taste really yummy. I'm just gonna put it on the oven right now. Okay, so I have the first batch cooking on the oven. Ta-da! Cannot wait to try it. I think it's good already, and I'm just gonna wait until it's cooled down. So basically, this is what it looks like without the chocolate sprinkles. So it doesn't really crack that much. But if you use the chocolate sprinkles, it looks like this. So it cracks a little bit much. But yeah, it tastes really good yesterday. So cannot wait.
What are you saying? Not the time or the place, baby, it's not right. It's not right, no.